Hello, my dearest confidant. Something that came to mind the other day when I was thinking about a friend and all the stuff that she's doing right now. And then, of course, a lot of the things that we think apply to us too, but maybe not in the way that we think that they do. But you're not meant to save everyone. You're not meant to. You're not built for it. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is to save yourself, to take care of yourself, and show others what can happen when you take care of yourself. And the opportunities that align with that feel right. They feel flowy, if you will. They might still be tough, but they shouldn't be challenging. And when we really focus on our needs and wants and desires, we get to a place where we can focus on what truly actually needs our attention and our energy, and us to be a catalyst in saving. You're not meant to be the sole provider. I mean, it's like, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach him to fish, you feed him for life. And it's the same thing with saving, right? If you go through and you fight everyone's battles for them, when it's time for them to stand on their own because for some reason you can't be there that day, they don't know what to do. They don't understand how you've done it. But when you show them through your own actions, through giving them choices in the manner, you help them to, you better equip them to be able to handle it on their own. It's like, teaching a kid to walk. If you're always carrying them, it's going to be really hard for them to develop the muscle strength necessary for them to carry themselves. And yeah, sure, they're going to fall at first. Yeah, sure, they're not going to do everything right. Yeah, sure, they're going to step on their own feet and take wrong turns and do all the things, right? But eventually they'll get to a place where they can do it by themselves. And it's our role, our purpose is to, again, show them through our actions, and the missteps that we make, we can share those experiences with them and let them choose their own path based on that. The other thing that we need to remember is that we are not the only thing in their life that can save them. And it's very narrow-sighted and egotistical of us to think that we're the only thing that that person or animal or whatever has. It's actually pretty selfish, and you're setting yourself up for failure because, first of all, you can't handle all of that long term, and second of all, you're fallible too. Like, it's just not meant to be sustainable. You're going to start to have resentment. You're going to start to have anger and all of those other things that are associated with that. You're going to feel taken advantage of if it's something that you're doing when you feel obligated versus this is something that aligns with my energy right now, and I'm going to do it until it doesn't, and then I'm going to let it go, right? Not everything is meant to be in our lives long term, and I'm a firm believer in that. And, one of those things just recently that happened, I saved this new horse. We brought her home, and it just made it more apparent that I was holding on to another horse, that our energies are growing apart, and I'm doing us both a disservice by holding on to him. And it's really just in his best interest. I did what I needed to do at the time, and now that time is passing. And it was hard for me to come to grips with that because I felt obligated to the person that I got him from, that I needed to continue this relationship with this horse. And I realized what's going to end up happening is somebody's going to get hurt. No matter what the situation is, somebody might get hurt, right? Because I felt an obligation to this person that gave him to me, and I probably hurt their feelings by telling them that I was going to rehome this horse, but it's what's best for the horse. and then also what's best for me, because I'm starting to harbor resentment towards him because he's not responding in a positive manner to what I am trying to, the messages I'm trying to convey to him. And, you know, it's simply just, he's just not meant to be my horse. He just isn't. Not anymore. But he did serve a purpose in my life, and I'm grateful for that. And so it was hard for me to even say anything to her. And I know I've been taking care of this horse, right? It's financially been my thing, emotionally, all of that stuff. And I felt an obligation to her just because I continue to see her. And so, that's not fair to her either, because then I'm not living up to what maybe she intended for this horse to have, what kind of life she intended for this horse to have. And so, it was a hard decision to come to, but yeah, we're not meant to save everyone. We are, it's egotistical of us to assume that we're the only thing that's keeping them from something worse happening to them. But what if we're the only thing that's keeping them from having something better happen to them? You know? So anyways, I hope this helps. I love you. Until next time.